Oh, what? Hey, good morning. Let's let the dot cam kick in, and hey, now you can see what I can see. So I'm sitting here in the backyard. It was a beautiful morning. Now it's already starting to warm up, but still kind of beautiful. And a butterfly just flittered past over there. I promise. So, anyways, I wanted to show you a cool little art activity that I saw when I was watching Lunch Doodles with Mo Willems with my kids. Yeah, it's a neat little daily YouTube video that Mo Willems, the guy who wrote Elephant and Piggy and a zillion other books, he puts out, and it's a lot of fun. My kids and I enjoyed it. But there's an art activity he did, which my kids and I did, and we ended up doing like for like an hour after the video was over because we thought it was so cool. And I want to show it with you in case you like doing cool things. So you'll need a piece of paper and a pencil, and that's it. So go get them if you want. Okay, I'm assuming you went and got them and that you paused the video. Unless you're just watching and just checking out the activity first to see if it's worth your while. I get it. I don't blame you. Now, look, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my paper over, maybe like an inch or two is fine. It's about like an inch and a half is what I did. And then you're going to make a nice hard crease. Yeah, as hard as you can. Then flip it over and fold it the other way. And now once again, hard crease. Then, one more time, back to the original, flip it. And then, if you really want to be safe, you can do it a fourth time. I know I said one more time, but here, 4 times. There, I folded it back and forth and back and forth. Now, this allows me to get a nice, even tear. Notice I'm constantly moving my fingers, so my fingers are right next to the point where I'm tearing it. Hey, Mr. Lee, why can't we just like use scissors to cut off a strip of paper if that's what you're going for? Oh, well, you could just use scissors, but it's a nice skill to have to be able to get a rectangular piece of paper separated without using scissors. And one day this might come in handy. If it does, please let me know so that I know this video was useful to you. Maybe you'll be at a restaurant and you'll need to split the check literally and you don't have scissors on you, and there you go. All right, so now I'm going to fold this piece of paper, line up these corners. For those that have done origami, you'll see this no problem. I'm going to fold these. There we go. Fold, line up these two corners, and then fold. Get this crease nice and creasy, I think is the technical term. And now I've got something like that. It's a bit of a lag here. That. Okay, cool. Now it's time to draw something. I'm going to draw on the bottom piece, not the top. The bottom. And I'm going to draw a circle. Then I'll draw a couple lines coming up. These are going to be little birdie wings. And maybe give it a couple eyes. And so I've got a bird that's kind of flying towards us. I've got a little triangle here, then a U shape. And there we go. That's a weird little bird. Or maybe it's just a freaky, I don't know, it could be whatever you want. Now on the top, I'm going to trace, and I can see my first drawing. I can see it through this piece of paper. I don't know if you can in the video. I'm guessing that you can't, but I can in real life. And my guess is that if you drew this dark enough, you'll be able to see it on this piece of the paper too, at least just enough so that you can trace it. Now I'm going to trace that circle as best as I can, but when I draw these little wings, these little arms here, I'm going to change their position. They're going to start from the same point. So I see this one started from here. So I'm going to make this one start from the same point, but I'm changing the angle. The eyes, I'm going to make the eyes a little bigger. I'm going to trace the beak, but now I'll make the beak, like I'll redraw that U, but I'll make it dark, and I'll add another little line below it. So that's the bottom image, and there's the top image. Now to animate it, we roll up the top one, just like a hair curler. If you curl your hair, my guess is that Maybe some of you curl your hair. I don't know. I don't curl my hair, but there's not a lot to curl. Maybe during this extended time home, I will start curling my hair. But I am going to curl this paper, and now what happens is it allows me to make it look like my little guy's flying. So that's pretty fun. The trick, maybe yours works, maybe yours doesn't. Some of my first ones didn't work. I had to do it a few times. If yours didn't work, maybe it's because of the following things. One, you want to keep your drawings like in the bottom inch of the paper. I should have told you that. I'm so sorry. This is like the fifth time me making this video, and all the other four times I told you that. This time I didn't, but everything else went well this time, so I'm going to let it roll. You got to draw like in the bottom inch. If you draw too high up, it doesn't really work that well. The second thing is you want to make sure that some parts of your picture are the same. Like in my picture, like this circle, the shape of the body is the same, but the other things change. So you want to try to keep things that are the same. Does that make sense? So for example, I can draw like a neck here. This kind of changes things. Now it's like a person with freaky ears or freaky hair. Yeah, I'm going to keep going with that. So the things that are the same, you really want to make sure that you trace. You can see that other ear through there. You want to trace them really well. So try to keep some parts the same and make some parts different. Stay at the bottom. Now it's like a person with, I don't even know what's going on there. Yeah, it's pretty fun. I did like a butterfly flying. So it looks like it's lost its spring. Let me try that again. Okay. Oh, there we go. You gotta do it just right. And then you can see I did some other kinds of weird stuff. I did like a basketball player dribbling the ball. All right. Anyways, show me what yours ends up looking like. Drop an email, or you know what? I can post a discussion board. Maybe we can share them that way. I'll give it a try. And have fun with this stuff. Like I said, I made like a bunch of these. Some worked better than others. My kids, theirs didn't work at first, but then when they drew closer to the bottom, and then they made some parts the same for both of the cells, and then some part different, some part the same, they worked a lot better. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what you come up with. And enjoy. All right. Bye. See you on Zoom soon.